It's pure metal.
Wow.
It's a chainmail dress, full length.
That was a workout, wasn't it, wearing that?
This week's guest on Off the Hanger is Tuuli Shipster. She's a model, actress, entrepreneur, yoga teacher, and all-round lovely human being. Now, you might notice that I was filming in a slightly different place to usual. I'll admit, I was at work, sometimes these things have to be done, but we chatted about vintage shopping and why sometimes your shoes can make your neighbours think that you're a lunatic. Enjoy!
Hi, Tuuli. Thank you so much for being a guest on Off the Hanger. I am very, very excited to rummage through your wardrobe. What have you been working on at the moment? Because I know, obviously, you've modelled for a very long time, but you've got other projects on the go as well, haven't you?
Yes, so I teach yoga, but my main thing that I do now is I have a tea company called Tuuli Tea. So I studied nutrition and I went on to study herbal medicine. And when I was studying nutrition, I just figured out that there wasn't really a herbal tea that spoke to me. I drink herbal tea constantly, but it all's quite this kind of green, clean, serene vibe. And although, as a yoga teacher, we pretend perhaps that's our life, but it's not real life. So I developed 10 different blends for the ups and downs of modern life, really everything from hangovers to heartbreak. So I launched properly in February this year. And yes, it's a learning curve.
Entrepreneurship is definitely a learning curve, isn't it? The moment you have your own business.
Yes, every day's a school day, and but it's brilliant. I'm absolutely loving it, and yeah, it's going brilliantly. I'm really happy. So yes,
amazing. Are you still modelling as well?
I do the odd thing if the right thing comes up. I also I was in a film that we filmed last year, so a film actually about a yoga retreat that goes wrong, and that's now, I think it's starting in a couple of festivals next month, and so that should come out soon. And that was quite fun, different. I played a yoga teacher, so not the hugest stretch in the world, but it was still interesting to do something that was a little out of my comfort zone.
And of course, I still see that you walk every season for Pam Hogg for London Fashion Week, which I absolutely love. She's so amazing.
She is so amazing. And what I love about walking for Pam is that the models in her show are always so diverse. Every age, shape, size, gender, race, everything. And so, I will be standing in the lineup and I'll be probably in front of some lovely girl who's half my age, but I'll also be standing behind a fantastic female artist who's in her 70s. So it's just, the vibe there is always incredibly joyful, incredibly positive. And it's such an honor.
So what's your earliest fashion memory? Have you got a childhood fashion memory of something you loved?
So my favorite piece, I guess it wasn't really a piece, but the thing that I remember when I read the question, my mum had made for me and my sister these 2 snakes and ladders jumpers, and they were slightly different colors, but they had like the board laid out, ladders and knitted snakes, and also had 2 dice knitted into them, and I just thought that was the coolest thing. I do have a couple. I don't have very many good photos of it, but I loved that. The first thing I remember properly coveting was a pair of DMs when I was probably about 11. But my mum didn't get me them. Instead, she got me the copy.
We've all been there.
I still love them. And even though they were the copy, they were still utterly brutal to wear in. So they cut my feet to pieces, the boots, like all good DMs should. And I clomped about them feeling very, introverted like I was in a pair of DMs. And my other favorite memory from when I was a kid is I grew up all over the place, and my dad was in the diplomat in the Foreign Office, and there's a picture of me in front of the Taj Mahal because my earliest memories really are in India, and I'm just wearing the coolest outfit, which is very unlike the rest of my whole childhood photos. It's like a bright orange t-shirt, a really great orange and black skirt, and a really good pair of sandals, and I'm probably about 6, and an enormous pair of binoculars round my neck, like I'm a proper tourist, and I'm standing there just very proud. I'm sure it's the fact that it's the Taj Mahal that's in the background that makes it look amazing, but I've always had I've been a big fan of that as a kid photo.
It sounds fantastic. So what's the oldest thing in your wardrobe?
So the oldest thing in my wardrobe, I love vintage shopping. For my 30th birthday, which is 10 years ago, I had a party called Tata to the 20s. So I went and I bought a 20s dress that actually is in a box because it is so unbelievably, and I can't really even hold it up, but it's like this incredible beaded 20s dress. We hired a house for the weekend and everybody wore 20s stuff all weekend. And I actually have another dress that I bought also from the 20s that's I mean, this I wore in the daytime, and it's, you can just see, it's like, oh, isn't it amazing?
Oh my goodness, that is gorgeous. Look at that.
So beautiful. And the condition, it's in such condition. Obviously I usually keep it very, you know, in a lovely garment bag and everything, but yeah, it's gorgeous. I also I have a couple of my mum's dresses, and I've got a 70s dress of hers that I absolutely love. It's very mermaidy. You can see the sleeves.
Oh, the sleeves are fantastic. Oh, that's beautiful. How stylish was your mum?
She was really stylish. Yeah, well, there's a few things that, I mean, I see pictures and I'm like, when my mum's no longer with us, I was just like, where is that? And she was just like, oh yeah, I don't know.
My mum was the same. I've got a picture of my mum when she was 16, and she is wearing like the best 3-piece suit. It looks like this thing was made for her, but she was like 17 in this picture, 16, 17, in this incredible suit. And I'm like, why didn't you keep that? I would have loved that. And she's like, no, I've not got it anymore. And I was like,
because the vintage culture, I guess, is just so different now, isn't it? Which is amazing that people do cherish, you know, the clothes that of yesteryear. Whereas I guess then it was just, you had a good quality, you know, suit and you kept it until it was done,
and then you got rid of it. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? What's the piece in your wardrobe that gets the most compliments?
So I have an amazing Saint Laurent coat that I wear it so much, and it does look, I mean, it looks insane. It's insane. It's like,
oh, it's fluffy all over. I love that.
So fluffy, and it also has that, I love it because I feel like I'm auditioning for Game of Thrones in it. the thing that I've worn that I've never had so many compliments in one day was also a vintage piece that I bought this year from, I think it's Clerkenwell Vintage Market, Vintage Fair. It's on in Freemasons Hall. And it's a 70s shirt dress. And I wore it to Wimbledon. And it's a maxi dress. And the beauty of this, not only that it was, I mean, I never wear colour really. I mainly wear black. It was lovely to wear colour to Wimbledon. But also, when you're sitting at Wimbledon all day, it can get quite cold. So I could wear leggings underneath. And I could also sneakily wear a pair of trainers, because in the members area, you're not allowed to wear trainers. But because it was long enough, I just shuffled in there. Very good dress on all levels.
You see, that's a great fashion hack. If you can't wear trainers somewhere, but you really want to wear the trainers, just get a really long sweeping maxi. It's fine.
Long sweeping maxi, it's fantastic. So they just sort of shuffled in there. Yeah, that one I got. I've never had as many compliments wearing that dress. I love it. It's amazing. I'm
not surprised, and I bet every single person that you told it was vintage, they were gutted. Because they were like, I'm going to get one of those. I want to get one. And then you go, it's vintage. And they're like, oh.
That's why vintage shopping is so amazing. Because it feels, my friends and I call it truffle hunting. We just, you know, you've got to clear the day. You've got to kind of know what suits you. So, I mean, when I used to go vintage shopping when I was younger, I was crap at it. Because I was always, I guess, trying to be something I'm not. Like, trying to reinvent myself to fit a lovely piece. Whereas now I know, okay, I'm realistic. I'll never wear something like that. I will never wear a gorgeous floral 30s dress because it's just not who I am. I need clean lines. I need mainly black, and then I'll be happy. But yeah, I love it. I just love the fact that you'll buy something that's entirely unique.
And that no one else is going to have. I love that. It's amazing. Now, what's the most expensive piece that you own? You don't have to tell us how much. You can do if you want to. But what's the most expensive thing in your wardrobe?
I think the most expensive thing I own is a Chloe coat, and it has not earned its price per wear at all.
Oh no.
Because it's an epic coat. It is a military coat, and I mean it's got dog hair on it. It shows I do wear it. And it is so long, and it's so amazing, but because it's so heavy, it has to be it's one of those things.
It has to be so cold for you to be able to wear that.
Cold.
It's so heavy.
And also somewhere smart enough. And I guess also that thing of, in recent years, we just haven't had the occasion to go anywhere, which sucks. Which I remember, was it in lockdown, there was that little video of the little, Italian greyhound going,
love it, couldn't wear it. Then there's this, love it, couldn't wear it.
I have all these outfits, but can't wear it, can't go out. And I've just thought about my wardrobe going, yeah, it's so true. I have all these outfits.
I'll just sitting there, just waiting for
Yeah,
me. It's really bad.
I think that's probably, yes, my most expensive.
It's beautiful, that, and it's very classic. So it's not like it's a really expensive piece that you're not going to get the wear out of. You're going to have that until you're,
over time, it will
still be wearing it, and eventually you will get to the price per wear where you've broken even.
Maybe one day.
Maybe we can hope. We can live in hope. What's the newest piece you've got in your wardrobe?
So it was my 40th birthday. I mean, yes, exactly a month ago, because it's the 28th, and I got given the most beautiful handbag. It's from the Row, and I love it because it's just the cleanest of lines, and it's just, yeah, I love it. I actually thinking about it, there's actually a pair of sunglasses in here, which is this was also a birthday gift. Look how cool is that case that it comes in. It's like a little
beautiful
bag.
Really, you use that as a clutch.
Yeah, exactly. And these are Gucci, and I love them. I think they're amazing.
Oh, that's
anything in
fabulous.
the 70s world is my favorite.
Oh, fabulous. I can picture you now wearing the Chloe coat with the big glasses, carrying that bag, just,
One day.
One day.
But yeah, those are the newest things, I think.
Would you say you're quite a sentimental person when it comes to clothes? Have you got a most sentimental piece in your wardrobe?
I'm sentimental in that I've kept all the pieces that I really, really love. I've kept them, even though that I know realistically I'm never going to wear that mini dress again, because I'm just not. But I kept it because I feel that I've got memories attached to it. I mean, when I say that mini dress, I mean like actually quite a few. I'm a bit of a hoarder when it comes to clothes.
Choir.
I mean, this is like a small amount of my wardrobe in here, and the rest is in the attic. My dream one day is to basically convert the attic into basically an archive storage wardrobe space. But I am sentimental. Like I love having my mum's dresses. As I said, she's no longer with us, and actually on my 40th this year, my dad gave me a necklace which she wore on her wedding day to him, which is very beautiful.
Wow, what a beautiful thing to have.
Isn't it? And it was, obviously very emotional to be given that, but incredibly beautiful too. So yeah, I guess that especially, now is definitely the thing.
It's gorgeous as well. I think it's one of those pieces that you would wear it still. And sometimes definitely. I think when you are gifted like sentimental pieces from the family, they might not be your style, or it's really beautiful to have, but then you would never really wear them. But that's so beautiful because it's very simple.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And I've got a gorgeous picture of my mum wearing it. My parents got married in Botswana, literally under like a tree practically. It was very unconventional. And my mum and dad were wearing these sort of matching white linen. She was wearing a dress. He was wearing like an open shirt with this purple trim, and this is the necklace she wore. It's very cool.
Very cool. I love that. Now, what's the thing in your wardrobe that you would say most sums you up? I like the two kind of things I like. I like black and I like sparkly. Those are the things I like. So the things that sum me up, this jumper sums me up because it is A, black, B, exceptionally warm, and C, has a skeleton on the back. And I'm obsessed with skeletons. To the extent that actually my whole tea packaging has skeletons on it. Like every single tin has a skeleton on it. So this is probably my and it's also covered in dog hair, which also sums me up because I have 4 dogs. And then in terms of like the sparkly side of it, I keep banging on about my 40th birthday, but it was my 40th birthday a month ago. And for my birthday party, I had the most amazing dress of all time that it's actually kept in a bag because is it really too heavy for a hanger?
It's pure metal.
Wow.
It's a chainmail dress, full length.
That was a workout, wasn't it, wearing that?
I danced all night in it, but yeah, it's amazing. It's by this Ibethan designer called Isabel Moore, and it's a gold, chainmail wrap dress. It's the best thing I've ever worn. I will never wear a dress as good as that until I wear this again, which I need to find an occasion. So I guess those are the two things that sum me up: the skeleton warm jumper and the sparkly, very cold metallic dress.
You are a
Two
woman
sides.
of two very distinct halves.
Exactly that.
Have you got a fashion faux pas or a wardrobe malfunction that you can share with us?
I mean, so many. I was a very so many. Don't we all?
A lady of
What do
your
you think?
grace and beauty. I am happy to hear that, because these things happen to me all the time, and I think it's just me.
I mean, I remember there was a job that I did in Milan, and I'm not going to tell you the client, but it was for a client in Milan, and they gifted me a whole load of stuff, and I got to choose, and I chose what I thought was the most amazing jacket. I went back to London, all my friends were like, "What are you wearing?" It was bright pink. And it was fluffy, and it was just a terrible jacket. And to this day, I mean, that must have been 20 years ago. They're like, they still, if they want to take the piss, they talk about that terrible pink jacket, because I wore it like it was the best thing of all time, and it just clearly wasn't. But yeah, just lots of things. I think wearing inappropriate shoes is something that I do quite a lot, because I love a heel, and that classic thing of going to a wedding wearing a total spiky heel and not realizing that it's on a muddy lawn and sinking and all of that. Stuff like that. Inappropriate. Dressing inappropriately for the occasion, because I love to dress up.
I feel you. I am always the one that's overdressed. I'm never the one that's underdressed. I'm always overdressed, and then I have some sort of trauma because I'll fall over in my shoes or something see-through that I wasn't expecting to be see-through.
Yes. Yeah,
it's a struggle.
I hear you, but I do love the fact that you do also like to make an effort, because I do think, I don't know, if you love fashion and you have all the clothes, you may as well wear all the clothes.
I completely agree. You should never ever save anything for best. You should just wear the things. Wear the things.
Funny you should have said
Don't
that.
leave them. Wear them.
Yes, it's so funny you should have said that. It's one of the things I remember ages ago. I remember watching Agnes Dean on Jonathan Ross, and she said exactly that. And it's really stayed with me, because I just thought, yeah, actually wear that dress with a pair of trainers, and at least you'll get its price per wear.
That's it. That's what we're aiming for. Most things in life, we're just aiming to get the price per wear. Now, do you have a favourite pair of shoes?
I do, and I have not been able to locate it in the boxes. I can describe it to you, but I have lots of others to show you. So my favourite pair of shoes, I guess it also sums me up quite a lot as well. It's a Louboutin, and it's a court shoe, pointy. It's glittery with spikes, so it's shiny but a little bit spiky, which I love.
That.
But my favourite everyday shoe, where is it? Here. It's muddy because I live in the middle of Hampstead Heath, but anyway, it's a Miu Miu boot. It's slightly cowboy, which I love. It's a flat black boot, which I love, and it's got a star, which I love. So those are probably my favourite every day. These I love.
Oh, I love that. They match my dress. Look at those.
That's what I was like. He's going to like these. These are a Sheesh Topshop that from years ago, like so long ago. Obviously, Topshop's now pretty defunct, but anyway, they did a collaboration, and these aren't even my size. They're a size up, but there was no way I wasn't getting them, so I got those. I love those. These, because
love them,
amazing. They're Marc Jacobs, and again, I don't wear them as much as I should, but I just love them because they couldn't be more 70s. And these, because there's no explanation needed.
No explanation required for those. I love a sparkly boot. I love a metallic boot. They are all right up my street. They're fabulous.
Anyway, so those are, but I have so many shoes, so it was hard to pick. Very hard.
Like, I know I only have one child, but I imagine it would be like trying to pick a favourite child. I've got a lot of shoes as well, and if somebody said to me, what are the favourites? I'd be like, I need to pick at least 5.
For what occasion?
Exactly. But where am I going in them? And then I can tell you which is the favourites for that journey, for that trip.
Exactly that. Yeah, no, I love a shoe. I just think it's that same thing as you can just wear a very ordinary pair of trousers and then just have a great shoe like these on the bottom of a pair of jeans. It's just like perfect. You don't need anything else.
That's it. They just finish everything off, and it really sets the tone of how you feel about the day, depending on what shoes you're wearing.
Exactly. It's funny, where I've moved to, it's in the middle of the heath, and it's amazing, but to walk to the tube is up a very steep hill, which is fine in the summer, well-ish. Coming down in heels is really hard. But in the winter, I was once wearing this really, when it was raining, actually, really high pair of shoes. To get down that hill with the slippery leaves, it was yeah, fashion profile. I was entirely unprepared. I was like clinging to branches, going down. I was like, if my neighbours see me, this is a disaster. They're going to think, who is this entirely insane person that's moved into our road, who doesn't know how to dress for her whole neighbourhood? That was pretty bad.
Oh, bless you. At least you didn't sit on the floor and bum shuffle down. That would have been worse.
Yes, I was wearing a really good pair of leather trousers and I wasn't in the
You
room.
definitely did not want to bum shuffle in them. Absolutely not.
No.
Now, is there a piece that you are coveting? What are you lusting after at the moment? If you could have one thing, what would it be?
I'm not very good at picking one thing. But so I guess I would say every single thing in every single collection of The Vampire's Wife. Like everything.
Absolutely. Would totally right there with you.
Everything. Everything that Noel Fielding ever wears, I'm just obsessed with. And I guess the last thing that I would really want is, so there's this brand called Rockins, who it started by Jess Morris, who was the PR for AP Ashton Pocketeau, and I used to know her when I used to shoot for them a lot. And she started this brand Rockins, which started with like a skinny scarf and then expanded to be this collection of just 70s rock and roll dreams, is what I would say. And they also expanded, and now they do a cosmetics collection, but it's at the moment it's on hiatus. I think it's coming back, so I'm coveting and hoping and wishing that she comes back, because I always just thought it would be there, and when as soon as it comes back, I'm gonna save up and buy everything, because everything in that collection is incredible. She does a brilliant like satin or corduroy flared suit, or like a lovely leopard print silk dress, or like a fringed rock and roll scarf. It's just the wardrobe of joy, basically. So yeah, Vampire's Wife, Noel Fielding's wardrobe, Rockins. Sorry, I don't seem to be able to
any of those things.
I don't seem to be able to answer one thing. One shoe, no, 10. One thing, no, 1 million.
We like to have options. There's nothing wrong with that.
Thank you.
Oh, Tuuli, you've been an absolute dream. I have loved looking through your wardrobe. It's been amazing. And here's hoping for Noel Fielding's wardrobe.
Yes, please. I love that. Thank you so much. It was lovely to talk to you.
Thank you.